You know that feeling, right? When you're just stuck in your own head, spinning your wheels on a decision that just won't move forward? Well, today we're going to tackle that exact habit, overthinking. We're drawing from a fantastic piece in Psychology Today to lay out a clear path to get out of that mental loop and finally into action. Let's dive in.
So let me ask you straight up, are you an overthinker? Does this sound familiar? You've got a decision to make, maybe an idea you're really excited about, but instead of taking that first step, you just get stuck thinking about it. You start running through every possible scenario, right? You're weighing all the pros and cons until you're just mentally exhausted. And here's the real trap. All that analysis, it feels super productive. But the truth is, it often just makes it so much harder to actually do anything at all. And that leads us right here to this idea of being stuck in the loop. This is that tricky place where, being prepared crosses a line and just turns into total paralysis. It's so important to know the difference between helpful prep and overthinking. Look, preparation is all about getting just enough info to move forward. It's fuel for action. But overthinking, that just fuels more thinking, creating this vicious cycle of self-doubt that keeps you completely glued to the spot. So, what's the big deal, right? Well, there is a very, very real cost to staying in your head all the time. It's not just about wasting a few hours. It's about what you are actively losing while you're stuck there. Usually, the whole thing starts with a fear of making a mistake, or this deep-seated need for everything to be absolutely perfect. But the results, they're really costly. It doesn't just drain your energy and delay things, it systematically chips away at your confidence until doing nothing becomes your go-to move. But here is the good news. Overthinking is just a habit. And you know what? Habits can be changed. So let's pivot from the problem to the solution. A super clear 6-step action plan to break that cycle for good. All right, first up, your very first move is just awareness. You have to learn to catch yourself in the act. Are you replaying the same conversation in your head with no new insights? Are you asking 10 different friends for their opinion on the same thing? That's your signal. You're in the loop. And recognizing it is the only way you can ever step out. Okay, step 2. You have to give yourself a deadline. For any decision, big or small, just decide how much time is reasonable to think it over. An hour? A day? Then you commit to making a call when the timer goes off. It creates this healthy pressure that stops that endless, agonizing back and forth. Third, and this one's a game changer, is building momentum. Overthinking really happens when we try to solve the entire 1,000-piece puzzle all at once. So forget the big picture for just a minute. What is the single, tiniest, smallest action you can take next? That's how you build momentum. And momentum is the ultimate antidote to getting stuck. Number 4 is a really powerful mindset shift. Our brains, they're naturally wired to ask, what if this all goes wrong? This step challenges you to literally flip the script. The next time you feel yourself spiraling into those worst-case scenarios, I want you to deliberately ask yourself this question. Okay, but what if it works out? It completely shifts your focus from a place of fear to one of possibility. And number 5, this one might just be the most crucial of all. This is all about letting go of perfectionism. Because guess what? The perfect plan, the perfect moment, it's never gonna arrive. It's a myth. Taking messy, imperfect, flawed action is what gives you real-world feedback. It's how you learn, it's how you get clarity, and it's how you actually build real confidence. And this is the mantra you need to remember. Write it down if you have to. Don't aim for flawless, just aim for forward. Progress, not perfection. That simple mindset shift is what will finally set you free. Finally, number 6. This is about playing the long game. See, at its core, overthinking is really a symptom of not trusting yourself to handle whatever comes next. So the real, ultimate goal here is to rebuild that trust. I want you to think back. Remind yourself of all the times you've acted without having all the answers, and you figured it out. Use that as proof. You've done it before, and you can absolutely do it again. So let's bring this all home. It's time to think about your first step forward, because that momentum we talked about, it can start right now. Here's the bottom line. Overthinking, it gives you this illusion of safety, this feeling of control. It feels like you're doing something smart and responsible. But in reality, It's just a comfortable cage that keeps you stuck. The only thing that creates real change, real clarity, and real confidence is action. And that leads us to our final thought. Don't just think about what we've talked about here. Act on it. What is one small, messy, imperfect action you can take today to move forward on something you've been overthinking? The answer to that question, that's where your progress begins.